If you're suffering with sciatica, let's get you some relief today with 3 easy solutions that'll actually help. First thing we need to do is release the nerve from the tissue. All we have to do is tap that nerve, and then the muscles are gonna seize up around it, and then that becomes a byproduct that causes us more problems. So just looking at this model right here, we're gonna see we got muscles that overlap right here. Where muscles overlap, they tend to get stuck together. And when we pull this glute off, you'll be able to see that sciatic nerve. It's running way down here in the back. So the best way to think about it is if this is the nerve, it's coming way down here in the back. So it's coming down right through the glute. You'll have pain all in this area. What we want to do is loosen up the muscle tissue on the side, because when I'm tight, if you can see, this is my sciatic nerve right here. If I tighten up on the side right here, now it's compressing on that nerve. So we want to release that nerve. That's number one, is we got to release that nerve, but we release it by loosening up the muscle tissue on the side of the glute right here, which is that area that we looked at right here, where we've got this muscle, it's coming around and it is right here. That's the wrong direction. So right here, loosening this up on the side, we're going to do that with a lacrosse ball. There's 2 options when we're using the lacrosse ball. We can do it up against the wall. We put right here, right where my belt loop is. This is my bone right here, my hip bone. This is my pelvis bone. It's gonna be right in the middle of that, and then come out to the side about 1 inch. We're gonna loosen that up. We also can do it laying down. So I'm gonna lay down right here to the side, and then I'm gonna put this lacrosse ball right here, and then I just roll into it. I'm keeping my chest and my knees stacked so that I'm rolling into it. It's not comfortable, but I'm also not on the sciatic nerve. If we go directly on the nerve and I'm putting pressure back here on my butt, I'm actually gonna cause more problems. I'm pushing on that nerve, I'm grinding on it, I'm making it more uncomfortable. What I wanna do is just go right here. I don't wanna lift my hips up. I see this all the time when I'm teaching this to people in the clinic, is that they'll lift their hips up and drive it, and now they're directly on that nerve. We gotta avoid that. We gotta make sure that we're not doing that. We put it right here off to the side, and then my chest and my knees stay together. I roll into it, and I'm gonna stay here for about 1 minute. The most movement that I want you to do is just move this leg back and forth, and you'll feel how tender it gets. I don't want you to be super aggressive with yourself. We're gonna do it for about 1 minute. I'm gonna find a tight spot, so I'm just leaning into it. Tight spot right there. I'm loosening it up. The other thing that I want you to watch out for is wiggling through your back. That sciatic nerve is irritated starting at the back, and then we tapped it, and then the muscle seized up around it. So our main focus for number 1 is just loosening up that space so that nerve can glide around. We have another option. If you don't want to get to a laying position, then we can go up against a wall. And so I'm going to get up against this wall right here, and then I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put it on the other side. So I'm right there, bone, right in the middle, and then come back about 1 inch. And then I get up against the wall and I lean into it and I unweight this leg. So I'm just digging into it for about 1 minute, loosening up that muscle tissue. That's number 1. Number 2, we want to get that nerve gliding around. So I'm going to lay down for this one. I want to make it not super aggressive, but I lay down to the side. I come back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this leg on top of my other knee. And a lot of times what people will do is they push on the knee, but that causes more problems with our hip. What I want to do is, if I can, I'm going to grab right here. If you can't grab right there, then you grab a towel and put it around your leg right here. But then we're grabbing here, we're grabbing on our knee, and we're pulling up to the opposite shoulder. So I'm going to hold that for 20 seconds. I'm pulling that stretch. So knee coming to my opposite shoulder, but I'm pulling my lower leg as well. So the whole leg is coming up towards my opposite shoulder, holding it for 20 seconds. And then I'm going to do 5 seconds using those muscles in my glute to push me back. So 1, 2, 3, and you can see right here, this is moving, but I'm resisting with my hands. And I do 5 seconds, and then now I pull up. I should be able to get a little bit closer to that shoulder, but we're not trying to touch our shoulder. We're just loosening up that muscle tissue so that nerve can glide around. And then I'm gonna push again, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm pulling up to that opposite shoulder. We should not be feeling the nerve pain or irritation while we do this. We should just feel a glute stretch, and that nerve's just gliding around in a very comfortable position. And that's it. Now I'm gonna roll to the side, and I'm gonna come back up to a seated position. That's number two. So first we loosened up the muscle tissue around the nerve. Number two is we got that nerve to start gliding through the muscle tissue, but also we're stretching it. Let's go into number three. Number three, we're gonna use the muscle, but we're gonna do it in a standing position. So I wanna use the muscles in the back of my leg, and I keep my back in a neutral position right here. So a lot of times I'll do this up against the wall. So I'll reach back and come back up, but I'm gonna show you against the table right here, is that I'm coming out. I want my lower leg to stay vertical right here. So it's staying totally vertical. My chest comes down and my face comes down together. So my face and my chest stay together. I'm reaching back with my butt to here and I'm coming back up. What you should feel is a pull in the hamstrings right there, and you might feel it a little bit in the glutes, but I'm using these muscles with my back in a neutral position, but I'm using the muscles allowing that sciatic nerve to glide around. So it's gliding around, I'm using the muscles, I'm getting blood flow into the glutes and the hamstrings and allowing that nerve to move around while I'm using the muscles that are gonna protect me long term. And I'm gonna do 15 reps right here. I wanna do 30 total, so you can break it up into 3 sets of 10. We can break it up into 2 sets of 15. But we're really working on a movement pattern right here, getting that nerve to glide and making sure that we're not doing this. I don't want to do that. It's a major thing that we see here in the clinic, is that clients are naturally in that extended position. Or another thing, instead of going here, they'll come up to the top and they'll try to squeeze their glutes and they hyperextend in their back. That's going to cause us problems as well. So what I want you to do is reach back with your butt, allow the face and the chest to come down. So it's really kind of, I'm pushing through my butt bones or trying to rip the back of my pants. I'm coming back up to a neutral rested position and then coming back. If you feel anything in your back, I just want you to shorten that range of motion. We shouldn't be feeling it in our back. So I shorten the range of motion, I just come here. So that face stays in line with the chest, reaching back, coming back up. Nice and steady while I'm doing it. And one thing that you can do at home is take a video of you doing it and make sure it looks like the one that I'm doing. This is exactly what we show people here in the clinic. So make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button so we can give you videos on exactly how you can fix these problems at home. Now we give you 3 steps, 3 solutions so you can start feeling better today. Why this works is because we're not crimping off the nerve. We're not causing irritation to the nerve while we're getting it to glide around. We're loosening up the muscle first. We're allowing the nerve to glide, and then we loosen up the muscle with the lacrosse ball, but then we also get the muscle to loosen up by stretching it and using it at the same time. And then we bring it all together by doing that hip hinge where we're not irritating in the back, we're not irritating the nerve at the top, and we're allowing it to glide through the glute as we come back. And we're using those muscles, and what that's gonna do, it's gonna retrain a movement pattern so that when you're doing things around the house, you need to grab something, instead of doing this and leaning through your back, or coming here and leaning through your knees, we're gonna be reaching back with our butt. We can actually grab really far in front of us and load up those hamstrings and glutes. We're trying to retrain that movement pattern. It really takes 300 to 360 times of doing a movement pattern to retrain it in our brain. So how often should you do this? We should be doing this every day. And in the beginning, when your sciatica is really bothering you, we should be doing it 3 times a day. So we wanna make sure that we're doing these exercises twice as a minimum, but 3 times a day would be ideal. So we loosen up that muscle tissue, get it to glide with a stretch, but then get it to where we're using it in a standing position, and you're gonna start feeling better quickly. Make sure you leave a question. Let us know what may not be clear. We wanna make sure you're getting results from this channel, so let us know. Hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.